Gemini, hi. Welcome back to Cardinal Fire Tarot. This is going to be your October 2023 reading. But first, a couple of announcements. If you hear any background noise during this video, I apologize. My very large, very energetic dog is in the room with me. And I guarantee you he's going to do something at some point during this reading because that's who he is. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to follow me over on Instagram. I post daily over there with readings, quotes. I just did my first giveaway over there, so make sure to check all of that out. And if you like the way I do my readings and want to book a personal reading with me, you can find all the information on how to do that over at cardinalfiretarot.com. And last but not least, if you like the video, please like and subscribe to the channel. It really does help get the content out there, and I'm just very appreciative to each and every one of you. So with that, let's go ahead and get started. All right, Gemini, the overall energy for your reading is just trust. Let's go ahead and get some tarot with that. We have a lot of major arcana going on right now for you, Gemini. You're not gonna love what I have to say. Doesn't matter. I just read the cards. I say whatever comes out, it is what it is. This might be a month that karma's going to catch up with you. And not positive karma. Let me explain. So, let's just start from the beginning. You have just trust as the overall energy. I think that is trusting that the universe is going to balance out. I think you've had some extremes here lately. Good, bad, whatever. You've had some extremes. And just breathe. Hold on to your faith because it will balance out. But then in the recent past, you have the devil. I don't know. It could be an addiction. It could be a very toxic relationship. It could be a character flaw that you have. It could be your tendency to work too much and neglect family or whatever it is for you. That was in the recent past. But now in the current energy, you have justice, which is balancing the scales. So that's where I say this karma comes in. But doesn't have to necessarily be like wham, kapow, terrible stuff. It could just be like a realization, like, oh wait, hold on. I'm kind of screwing up right now. Maybe I need to try something else. You know what I mean? So karma can be subtle. Or karma cannot be subtle. It can be very in your face. It just depends. But either way, it's going to balance out. And then in the near future, you have the Hermit. This I love because this is you reflecting and healing from whatever was in the past. Whatever that devil is for you, this is you healing from it, going within, really digging deep into the root and the cure. Then in the energy that surrounds you, we have the Four of Cups. There is some disappointment, probably from everybody. I'm going to say there's going to be disappointments from your loved ones for whatever this is in the past. I'm going to say there's going to be some disappointments for you coming through when the scales start to balance out and things start to get a little, wobbly. So just in general, there's just some letdowns and some disappointments happening. Then in your challenge, you have the Page of Wands. I think for a lot of you, it's going to be impulsivity. Impulsivity to revert back. We'll get more when we clarify, but that's my gut on that one. But then in your strength, you have the Ace of Wands. Take that impulsivity and switch it into something productive, a new beginning, and jump on it and go for it. Then that wand energy transmutes from something hurtful to something helpful. But let's go ahead and get some clarifiers on the table. See if we can figure out a little bit more about all of this. Alright, so clarifying just trust in the overall energy. We have the Empress, the Ten of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. Okay, not only is it balancing out for you, Gemini, it's balancing and then some. You've got emotional fulfillment, you've got love, you've got value. Like, this is beautiful. I was not picking up on this from all of these cards here. But this energy right here is just gorgeous. Like, so much openness and so much happiness and love. Interesting. So, trust and believe that that's where you're heading. Even if you can't quite see it yet. Trust and believe that that's coming. Clarify the Devil in the recent past. Clarifying the Devil, we have the High Priestess, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. I think the Devil, for most of you, was simply doubt. Because, I mean, these clarifying cards that are coming through are so beautifully positive. But they're showing up under the Devil, you know? Like, it's a very confusing energy. But doubting the universe, not trusting that things are going to turn around, that could definitely be a Devil sort of energy, something that binds you to lesser, being, living, fulfillment. So, if you have the doubt, that you're going to be happy and you shut off your connection to spirit, your faith, your intuition, then you're stuck in a pretty pitiful place to be in, honestly. Because how do you go forward? How do you go forward if you think it's all just going to burn to the ground? But let's go ahead and get some clarifiers on this justice card here in the middle. This is, out of all the readings I've done so far, Gemini, I shouldn't be surprised, but yours has thrown me for the biggest loop. What a very Gemini thing for you to do. I have Gemini rising, so I know. I know what it's like. Alright, let's clarify that justice card. Alright, clarifying justice in the current energy. We have the Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. What? This is you trying to drag yourself out of the rut. You're trying to escape the rut. And in doing so, balance out those scales a little bit. The Two of Pentacles and Justice both have scales. The Two of Pentacles is a little different. It's more like the infinity sign, but same concept of the two equal sides, halves. So we've got this scale, and in the recent past, the devil's winning by a long shot. And then the current energy, there's still a lot of doubt, a lot of pain, but you're trying to pull that scale down, you know, so this one can lift up a little bit. It's not easy. Whatever it is, it's something that's taking a long time to heal from. Because you have the Four of Pentacles, which is like very clingy, very stubborn, very not budging energy. Traditionally, it's like an energy of like hoarding. But in this scenario with the Five of Pentacles, it's like that grief and that loss and disappointment and whatever it is that made you so doubtful back here, it's stubborn. It's not just instantly turning around. Alright, let's clarify the Hermit in the near future. Hold on. Let me try that again. I want just one more. Okay. Clarifying the Hermit. We have the Nine of Cups, Death, and the Six of Cups. This is digging deep. This is healing from the past, which is not always pleasant. And whatever this Five of Pentacles is, this loss, this grief, this letdown, this disappointment, whatever that is coming up again. And you're having to come to terms with that. And come to terms with, you can move forward, but you can't reverse and revert back to the past, back before whatever happened, you know? You never can get back to that space. You can move forward with great intentions to be equally as good or better, but you can't go back. And so you're having to do a lot of internal healing. You're having to really evaluate, what needs to stay, what needs to go, what needs more of your energy, what needs less of your energy, and what makes you happy. 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. What is your wish? What is, this 10 of Cups over here, your emotional fulfillment? What does that mean for you? And the only way to answer that is to go within and to really, try to find your core and try to figure out what ignites your passion, what makes you excited, what makes you want to jump out of bed in the morning. Whatever that is, run towards it. Don't look back. Don't look back. You're not going that way. Run towards it. All right, let's clarify this 4 of Cups and the energy that surrounds you. Wow, those just flew out. All right, we have the 4 of Swords, the Devil, and the 8 of Wands. I love tarot. We literally have absolutely contradicting cards. 4 of Swords is the card of waiting, rest, and the 8 of Wands is the card of fast-paced movement. So, I think that's your disappointment. This rut that you have fallen into is you're in a space right now that requires, I don't want to say stagnancy, because it's not. It's a very necessary chapter and stage, but lack of physical movement. So, you're in a resting phase, you're in a refresh stage, you're in a, just breathe stage. And I think you want to be like all in and heading towards whatever the goal is, 80 miles an hour. And so that's where this devil and this doubt energy and this disappointment is coming from. Is from that impulsivity. That's your challenge. It will happen. You have to trust that it will happen in universal timing. If whatever it is hasn't happened yet, it wasn't supposed to happen yet. It's just the bottom line. It will happen in universal timing when the time is right. Alright, let's clarify the Page of Wands and your challenge. Alright, clarifying the Page of Wands, we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 3 of Swords, and the Hermit. Excuse me. I just way past my bedtime, but it is what it is. This is you. Remember we were talking about the scale, and we were talking about like dragging this one down with all your might in order to let this one come up a little bit? Same energy. This is like you want to just go run on instinct. You want to just, first thing that you think, say. First thing you feel, act on. There's a lot of impulsivity. There's no other word for it. But you've also got 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles is very slow moving energy. You've got the Hermit, which is also earth energy. Very slow moving energy. Like, if you run right now, this isn't going to get healed. If you're too busy being on the move, you don't have a chance to stop and fully feel, allow, disappointment, it needs to be addressed. It needs to be addressed before you can make forward movement in the physical. Now, energetic movement, this is all energetic movement. That's what healing is. You are releasing energy. And in doing so, opening space to then receive new energy. So let's clarify that Ace of Wands and your strength. Alright, let's see. Clarifying the Ace of Wands, we have the Hierophant, Queen of Cups, the World, and the Seven of Swords. There's a new beginning happening, and it has to do with, the healing process, and in doing so, you are ending one cycle and beginning another, right? And in doing so, it's got stability, it's got love, it's got passion. It's the Seven of Swords that is getting me here, because you know what it is? You think it's too good to be true, which makes sense, because when I read the first round of cards, I thought that, lightning was about to strike and the gods were going to be angered and karma was just going to let loose. That's an exaggeration. But I had a completely different view of this reading than when I got the clarifiers. So it's like, are you waiting for the other foot to drop? Are you waiting to be disappointed? Because if you expect disappointment, you will receive disappointment. But if you trust that fulfillment and happiness is coming for you, then fulfillment and happiness will come for you, Gemini. So, that is what I have for you. It looks like a very important month. I'm not going to say it's all going to feel like rainbows and butterflies, but it's a necessary chapter to move into the future, into the next. So, if you resonate with this, please let me know about it down below in the comments. Would love to hear any thoughts, opinions, feelings that you have about the reading. And thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you so much, and I will see you next time.